Welcome, everybody, to our NXT UK review show. Not a bad show this week. We'll get straight in about it. So, first of all, NXT UK is not like any other WWE program. We got a recap of last week, give us the overview of what happened with Mustache Mountain losing the titles to Smith and Carter. Really good package as always. Keeps you right up to date. So if you missed an episode, you kind of know where you're at, what's going on, what we're going to be doing going forward. And then we go straight into the opening. Commentators again coming down, explaining what's going to happen in the main event, pumping the main event up there, promoing it out. Again, really, really good. Makes you feel excited. And just the theme of the episode, really, there was a lot of kinds of things like this where it was all leading up to this main event, and that's something that I don't think WWE do well enough on the main shows at the moment. Hey, Horney, what's happening? I don't feel like they do this on the main shows enough. They don't promote the main event and make it feel special like NXT UK do. I feel like they do it really, really well constantly, and we'll talk about it as we go through the show, but they do really push this throughout the show to make it feel like a really big deal in the main event. And then we go to our opening contest. We have Mark Andrews versus Kenny Williams. Right from the opening bell, Kenny Williams was just on his, he didn't want to know. He was jumping out the ring. He was searching under the ring, looking for the masked fella who's been chasing him round for a while, Tiger Taran. But really good heel work from Kenny Williams. From the start, I thought he was really good in this. He didn't give away too much. Then we had a bit of back and forth in there. Mark Andrews got hold of him. And dominated the early goings. Williams came back into the match and done some good heel work, targeting the left arm. And this was the kind of theme for this match, which I really enjoyed. It was the fact that all throughout the match, Kenny Williams did target the left arm of Mark Andrews. Multiple shots to it, holds on it. It was really, really good. Yeah, he is paranoid. Courtney, he was getting paranoid, wasn't he? Checking under the ring and that. But as we know, as we go on through the match, his paranoia was come right. So, as I say, the big thing for this match was the arm work. Really, really good. Telling a story in ring, which we don't see very often nowadays. And then we had Taran appeared, a black figure. Spook Williams turned out to be Taran when he took the hood off, which is a WWE style. Even though Kenny Williams was searching under the ring for him earlier on, the fact that he was still shocked when he seen him pull the hood off for some reason. And he distracted him, and Andrews got the roll-up win. All right, Russ, how we doing, mate? Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed the NXT UK. So this match, I'm going to give a 3 out of 5, guys. I thought it was a really solid match, but I think the finish, I'm never really a fan of these kinds of roll-up finishes like this. We've seen a couple of roll-ups in this episode, but this match was a solid match. The one thing I will say about it, which is why it got the 3, was the fact that the arm work. It was really, really good, and it was really nice to see them kind of telling a story, pushing it on there and working the arm work. So it was really, really good to see that. Then we moved on, and we had Ollie Blake and Tate Mayfair's versus the Symbiosis. Again, really, really good match. Thought Primate and Team Bone were really good in this match from the start. Some really good defensive from Symbiosis in the early going, some fast tags included, which was really, really good. Blake made the hot tag to Mayfair's, but soon got put back in by Symbiosis, and they picked up the win. Again, I'm going to go for a 2 out of 5 on this match. I thought it was okay. Symbiosis really gone, but I don't really like these kinds of fresh together tag teams, and this is what happened here with Tate Mayfair's and Ollie Blake, was they were just kind of fresh together. There was no really need to throw them together. It was just kind of thrown together for Symbiosis, really, rather than actually meaning anything. But we got to the end of what they were probably trying to achieve in this match, is when Symbiosis come out at the end, and they got Dennis and beat him up, basically, to kind of end the association with him, which is really good. What I did notice as well is Primate and T-Bone at the end, they stood at the end of the ramp, they shook hands, and then they went their own separate ways out of the stage. They didn't take the same route or go together. They made a point of shaking hands, and then they moved away. So I think that's probably going to be the end of Symbiosis for me. It seems like it was a bit of a a symbolic moment for them to say thanks very much, and they split. Don't know whether that was made for that reason, but it looked that way. It did look that way, so that was good. Next, we had a little vignette from Dragunov. We had Dragunov turning around and saying about the main event again. Really good work by NXT UK to plug the main event. They've done this well throughout the whole show, and again, having the current champion Dragunov there and kind of saying, you know, about how he was looking forward to the match, etc. And like he'd done, he thought that Satomura was good. It was saying the title and stuff. It was really good work again. Bigging up that main event, making it where you want to see that main event and you're interested in what's going on. So really good. Then we had my Scouse brethren, Eliza Alexander, defeated Amal. Again, really good match. I thought Zaya Brookside was really good in this match. Sometimes people that are outside the ring can be a distraction from the match. I thought Zaya got that balance really well in this match of kind of not taking too much away, but just doing enough where it was kind of she added to it rather than took away from the match. It was a slow start, but it did pick up and a bit of back and forward. And then Eliza took control with some vicious shots. Like one thing with Lizzie, I know Lizzie Evo. Watched her on the Indies for a long time, and one thing is she's got really realistic, shots, and they look like she digs them in there, which is really good. Then we got a bit of a back and forth again, some forearm exchange, really solid back and forth. Brookside got involved again, and then she got a nice big boot to the shops for the troubles, and then Eliza capitalized, nice chop block to the knee, running knee, and that finished off the match. So Lizzie got the win there, Eliza. Sorry, I keep calling her Lizzie, but that's how I know her from the Indies back home here. And obviously she's Liverpool. She's from the same city as myself, so I've known Lizzie for a while, and she's a good girl. Zaya's engaged, is she, Courtney? Interesting. I didn't even know that, but yeah, Zaya was really good in this. She really did add to the match, and I thought that it's a good example of kind of how to bring somebody into a match without them overtaking the part in there. So that was very good. Then we had the main event. We did have a recap again. It was saying about Mustache Mountain losing the titles. It said that'll be addressed next week, which was quite cool. And then we went into the main event again. Really good build to this match, and the match didn't disappoint either. It was a really good match. Some really good chain wrestling in the early going. And then it was really back and forward, to be honest, which was really good. There was nobody really took over in the early going. It was very back and forward, the feeling out process, stuff like that, which was really good to see. I said some really good chain wrestling, some good interactions between the two competitors. Really come on well. Then Ivy took over in a little bit in the middle of the match, and then the champion came back into it and started to build a bit of momentum. Then we go back to the back and forth again, and then it swung back in Niall's favour. As I can say, one of my notes of it here is it was really back and forth match. Niall locked in the Dragon Sleeper. I thought she was going to win the title, but no. Satomura gets the roll up and rolls it over. 1, 2, 3. She retains the title. If you haven't seen this match, guys, I'm going to give this match a 5. It really was that good. It was a solid match. Really good in the early going. I think Ivy really showed what she can do here, and I think she's going to go back to NXT 2.0 as a better competitor for this run that she's had. And she looked really good. Some of the really good chain wrestling, the two of them in that match told a really good story. And then they after the match, which tells me that and the commentator did comment as well and say that she wasn't going to be taking the belt back across to America. So obviously we're going to get Niall going back over to NXT 2.0. But really a solid match. Great episodes all in all. I think we highlighted this was obviously the main event. It was sometimes they build main events and stuff like that, and there's nothing really there. But this match didn't disappoint. And as I always say with WWE, they do such a good job of making you care about a match and making you want to see it. And there was no difference in this match at all. I think Zaya Brookside was really good. It was good to see Eliza Alexander get the win there as well against Amal, who was, she has plans for the NXT Women's title. So hopefully Lizzie can get up there. I'll be made up with that, obviously being a Scouser myself. I thought the Andrews stuff was a bit daft. I thought that was a bit daft of with Tiger Turan. I'm kind of over that now. Wouldn't mind them two just having a match now. But Andrews in general, I'm really impressed with. I think his heel work was really, really good. And the way that he was telling the story, attacking the arm throughout the match of Williams was really, really good as well. And, I'm impressed with him and I want to see more of him. So that tells you that he's doing a good job in that match as well. Symbiosis, I think we've seen the last of them. As I said, I thought we've seen that. It was kind of a symbolic moment where they turned around, shook hands and moved away. And then we've, Satomura, I'm tired. It's like 9 p.m. UK time here and I haven't had much sleep. Satomura kept retaining the title. Who would you think, guys, is going to win that title off her? Because at the moment, I'm kind of not seeing a lot of options. I feel like some people are kind of still in a bit of infancy. I mean, Zaya, I think for me would be the obvious one, but I don't really know. But what's your thoughts on that, Court? So, what does Courtney say? Ivy and Miko, absolute superb match. Yeah, it really was a good match, Court. It really was. It was good luck to both of them. What's your thought, guys, on who you think will take over? Make sure you leave your comments in to who's going to challenge for the title next time against Miko. But I don't think she's going to be the champion much longer. I think she needs to kind of, she's not what NXT is about for me. She's okay being a champion for now. She's been a champion for a while, but eventually you've got to pull the trigger on one of these young talents who are the ones, in my opinion, that we should be developing and getting them to hold the title and see if they can hold the title well. Look at Dragunov, he's doing well on the other side of things. And now we've got Ashton Smith and as the tag team champions. We've got a good chance there as well to kind of develop them now. So make sure you put in the comments, guys. I want to know who you think should challenge for Miko for the title next, and who would you have going over Miko to win the belt? Be interesting. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I appreciate every one of you for watching. It's really nice to see you all. Courtney, Russ, Jimmy Bay. Might be doing recaps on NXT UK, mate, but obviously my recap is the small leagues. Make sure you check out the big leagues with Jimmy. He's been doing it a long more while than me. Over he does the Raw one, and you catch his AEW one that was done straight after the show as well, guys. So make sure you do check out Jimmy's recaps, and we will be back with our weekly podcast on Sunday, where we'll talk all the week's wrestling and stuff like that. But from me, until then, guys, take care, and we will see you then. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye now.